Hey guys, I don't have a lot of time, but I need to make this video quick. I'm posting this thing as soon as I can. Mr. Ryan Prunty, if you're watching this video is intended for you to see. I'm posting it on YouTube so everyone else can see it as well because I think it's really important, because I have a feeling the way that things are going, this video needs to be seen and to be heard. As you guys may have seen, Ryan did post this video, Carter Scherer destroys his own Lamborghini, where essentially he goes on an entire video detective mode rant about how I destroyed my own Lamborghini and basically completely tries to expose me and all this stuff. So anyways guys, I want my voice to be heard right now, and that's why I'm making this video really quick for you guys to hear. And also, Ryan, since I know you're sitting here right now watching this, I want you guys to hear this before you decide to confront me, because I think that is the next step, and I have a feeling this thing is going to continue to escalate and continue to explode if I don't get this video out quick. And so I don't love the position I am, and as you guys know, I avoid drama at all costs. I'm not big into that. I love to just build Lego boats, do backflips into the pool, that kind of stuff. That's my favorite. So when it comes down to drama, it is really not my cup of tea, but anyways, this video needs to be heard. Let me quickly explain to you what's going on and why this video is so important. So a few months ago, there was a whole series of drama that arose when somebody spray painted my Lamborghini by hopping the fence and spray painting it. Now, I figured it was probably someone on Team Row, so I went on an investigation, played detective, and had a lot of fun with it, and essentially just investigated all of my friends to see which one of them actually spray painted it. It turns out that it wasn't really conclusive, but it really did kind of feel like it was probably Stover Ryan, because they were just so guilty, especially when I put them up to a lie detector test. Even though we never got to the bottom of who actually did paint my Lamborghini, the dust finally settled, and 6 months later, everything is totally fine. So now, as of 3 days ago, on November 6th, Ryan posted this video, which I referenced at the beginning of this video. The reason why that is so important is because he went and played detective all of a sudden and tried to uncover clues and different things that he's discovering and finding, that shows that I was that person that spray painted my own Lamborghini. So hear me out. I know this sounds a little bit ridiculous, but here is why I want my voice to be heard. In the beginning of Ryan's video, he talks about the security footage of the person spray painting my car, which is the most definitive footage we have of someone jumping the fence and spray painting my Lambo. So Ryan talks about how he went to the old Team Row house at some point many months ago when all this drama was happening, and he grabbed the hard drive from the security camera, was able to analyze the footage closer and show you. Here's one thing I want you guys to point out that doesn't make sense. In this clip right here, as he reaches down to the bundle of cables in that black box, he picks up what he calls the hard drive for the security system. However, that is not the hard drive for the security system. As you guys know from my other videos, the box under that, the one that he did not touch, move, or even nudge, that is the hard drive for the security system, which is under lock and key passcode, which only me and Phil know, which means he never had the chance to access the footage from that security camera. So everything he was showing you was not security camera footage and was something else. So I want you guys to know that, number one. The second piece of evidence that Ryan discovers is a clip of me talking directly to the camera and saying, hey, cut this footage out, don't show it, and it kind of makes me feel a little bit sketchy. But I want you guys to understand, when I'm vlogging, I'm constantly giving notes to my editor right through the camera that don't make it to the final vlog. For instance, I could say, hey, Jeff, how does this color shirt look? Do you think we should use this? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it'll look pretty good with the green screen.
Yeah, you think it's good?
Yeah.
All right, we'll cut that footage out so it doesn't make it in the vlog, obviously, and then we'll just go from the first cut to the second, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Right, so exactly my point. So you can kind of take things out of context, but I'm constantly giving notes, and of course, we have all kinds of different props and stuff in the video, and so I was making sure that one clip didn't go before the other, which might make the video feel weird, and so that was the note that I was giving to my editor at the time. And also, guys, a lot of these videos that we produce for my channel will take multiple days, so sometimes I'll film things today and then finish the video tomorrow and kind of film things out of order based on the project that we're working on. And so Ryan was talking about, don't use this footage today and use that one yesterday. Okay, what are you talking about yesterday? Well, guys, look, it took me 2 days to film that video. It was a very intense video. I had a lot of different things. I've never done detective stuff, so I'm learning as I go, and a little bit of trial and error. And so, you know, notes to my editor was saying, hey, you remember that footage yesterday? Well, let's use it today, and we'll mix it around that way. So that's exactly what I was referring to there, and you know, nothing sketchy at all. We are now at the third point that Ryan brings up, which is the height of the person that hopped the fence. Now, this was a huge piece for me and discovering who it was and who it wasn't. I was able to cross a couple people off the list. For example, the person that hopped the fence was, as Ryan says, 3 rungs from the top, I think is what he says. And so I figured, okay, well, if it was Liz, no one is as short as Liz, so let's have Liz stand there. And sure enough, Liz was way shorter than the person that hopped the fence, so we were able to eliminate her from the suspect list. Next up was Stove, who's also on the shorter end, and he was shorter than the suspect. And then I tricked Ryan in climbing over the fence, which he was exactly the same height as the person that climbed the fence. Now, me and Ryan are similar height. I am a bit taller than him, so I suppose that you could try to frame it like I was the person because I was similar height. But guys, it doesn't make sense because I am a little bit taller than Ryan, and Ryan was the exact same height as the person, which doesn't mean that he was the person, but it is at least one point. It definitely does not eliminate Ryan as a suspect. Alright guys, now that we finally covered Ryan's videos and addressing some of his topics, this is the stuff that is extremely important and stuff that I want you guys to hear, because this is the stuff that Ryan does not want you guys to know. So remember, the only reason why I am filming this video is because you, Ryan, watching this right now, this is for you, and I want you to understand this very clearly, that you are not going to get away with whatever you are planning. And the hope of all of this is to be able to clear my name of whatever Ryan is trying to pin me up against of destroying my own Lambo or whatever his master plan is. So the first point that I want to mention is that yes, somebody did spray paint my Lamborghini and we caught it on camera. We never definitively found out who that person is, although I personally do believe that it could be, there's a really good chance that it could be Ryan, but I don't know for sure, and regardless, we can just ignore that fact altogether. I'm over it, it's fine. Liz got my car cleaned, it was such a nice gesture for her, and the car was fine, thankfully. However, a few days later, Ryan and Stove came to my house with the intent of spray painting it a second time after it's been cleaned. And I think Ryan was talking about this in his video, where I come out of my house at the perfect time and catch them in the act where they're about to spray paint it. Now, if in hindsight and watching all the footage through, they came to the house to spray paint my Lamborghini for a second time and only didn't because they found there was already paint on it again. But if there wasn't paint on it again, they would have successfully spray painted the car for either a second time, assuming they did it the first time, or just painted it for the first time. And I heard them outside, and so I walked out to see what was going on in my driveway and walked in on them holding spray paint cans, pulling the car cover up and spray painting the car. And so I don't know about you guys, but I think having the full intent and hopping over the fence and coming with spray paint cans and pulling the car cover up and going to spray paint the car, I would say is just as much of an offense as it is of actually spray painting it. They just got very lucky at the very last second that they didn't actually spray paint, because there was already paint on the car and I walked in on them. But if it wasn't for those factors, they would have just painted my car and probably have gotten away with it. So to me, that's just as bad as spray painting the car that first time that they claimed to have never done. So I'm not sure why they thought that was a good idea. And so next, after all of this crazy stuff, we moved out of the old Team Roar house and into the new Team Roar house. And at the same time, this is when Ryan and Stove were denying painting my car the first time, attempted to spray paint it a second time, and a bunch of other crazy stuff like trespassing onto the old Team Roar house when it wasn't our house anymore, and doing a bunch of other things, and more things than I care to discuss. I decided it was best to suspend them from the team and kick them off. And they are saying that I'm kicking them off only because I believe they spray painted the car the first time. Like I said, I don't know for sure who painted it the first time, and I don't even really care. The fact of the matter is Stove and Ryan were acting so erratic and crazy that I think it was best for them to cool off and cool down, remove them from the team temporarily with the idea that things will work out and they'll be able to come back on the team at some point later. And also through my investigation, I thought it'd be a hilarious idea through all of this to just go over and spray paint Ryan's car to kind of give him a taste of his own medicine, because, you know, he did attempt to spray paint my car and also may have done it the first time. So I went over there and spray painted it with washable paint. And while I was there, I discovered all of this in his garage. It was actually a little bit surprising. And when I saw this, I thought for sure, okay, this is 100% Ryan. He fits the height description, he failed the lie detector test, and now I'm finding all of the exact spray paint cans in his garage, right next to his car. And unlike Ryan and Stove, when I spray painted his car, I then power washed it and cleaned it and actually returned his car to his house cleaner than it was when I first painted it. And now I want to touch on the most important point of this all. And the whole reason why I'm making this video and why Ryan made the last one was to frame me that I painted my own Lambo, but I want to remind you guys of this. And again, I am not discovering this footage from his secret archives or anything. This is straight off of YouTube, videos that you guys have seen. Guys, there is literally footage of Ryan filming himself spray painting my Lambo, my Hummer, and a bunch of my cars, and he's done it a number of times. And it's crazy to think that he is going in such depth to try to prove that I was the one that spray painted my Lambo when he's literally framing himself and showing him spray painting my cars a number of times. And Stove is also guilty at this as well because he's also been spray painting Liz's car and a number of my cars as well. And guys, I want you just to put yourself in my shoes for a minute. I've worked extremely hard and I feel so lucky to have the job and position that I do. And to have all these dream cars is absolutely amazing, and I couldn't have ever dreamed for anything better, really. And now that I have a couple of these prized possessions, it's really disheartening to see how often they do get spray painted, because when you spray paint a car, it's extremely difficult to clean it, to wash it off, to remove all the paint safely. It's not good for the car. You have to get it detailed. It costs money. It takes up time. And it's a little disheartening to see that these cars get painted over and over again, and it's usually Ryan or Stove that are painting it. I care for these cars a lot. I like to keep them clean. I like to keep them running. I really like to take good care of them. And oh my gosh, I'm having flashbacks right now. Hang on, let me go check something. I really hope this is not the case. This is not good. I've been in this situation a few too many times, guys. Oh no, oh no, this is bad. Come on, don't be painted. That one's good. Now this is the real one that gets painted a lot. Come on, Ryan, don't paint it, don't paint it again. Oh my gosh, okay. Guys, there's been too many times where I've ran out here to see these cars completely covered in paint yet again. And like I said, they are not easy to clean. Paint is so sticky, and when it dries, it's hard to get off. And it looks like we are clean. Alright guys, so this is an official documentation that both Lambos and the Hummer, which has been painted as well, is clean and free of paint. Oh my gosh, I freaked myself out for a second. Because I have a feeling that Ryan or Stove is up to something. And again, this is why I wanted to get this video out for you guys to see, because I'm dealing with a lot right now, and I think they are trying to frame me and set me up for something. Yo, is Ryan still here? What? Why are you laughing? Is he here? No?
He left a while ago.
He left?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright guys, I don't know what's going to happen in the next coming days. I don't know what Ryan is planning. He is a close friend of mine, but there's something happening. There's something in the water, and I just am feeling something, so I got this video out quick. I'm hoping you guys watched the whole thing and you guys heard all of my points. Comment down below if there's anything I might be missing, anything that Ryan needs to hear, anything that I need to hear, and hopefully we can get through this moment of drama that does happen now and again on YouTube. I get it, that's how YouTube works. But guys, just let me know. I'm here for you guys. I love each and every one of you for supporting me. It's amazing. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching. And I guess let's keep our fingers crossed and we'll see what happens next. Peace. Oh, and guys, and before I forget, these platinum money guns are gonna finally be back in stock on teamrar.com. They sell it extremely fast. We also have other cool products like the Arctic theme rubber patch. We even have backpacks, green and pink, and also blue are gonna be available. So if you guys want any of this crazy stuff, especially these platinum guns, you gotta go to teamrar.com right now before they sell out.